straight away. Good man. It's a bit tight in there for him. I have just released Euro into this pen because there's 6 cows in there that got a cedar and they are ready for a bull. So I thought before I turf them all outside, I may as well chuck the bull in now for a few days to hopefully get them all. They should be just coming into heat right now, and if I put them to an Angus, they should calve a week earlier than a Simmental, so shorten things up a bit. I'm not really filming much today, but I'm at the sprayer this afternoon just looking through the pumps. So it came with a spare pump, I've checked that, it's all good. It's been serviced, all fresh oil, and everything looks hunky-dory. I've pulled one pump off of here and started to look through it, and I found, first thing, I found a spring in one of these valves in there that it's just failed and snapped, which is semi-common. So I'll need to get a new spring ordered there. So far, to me anyway, on the untrained eye, I'm quite happy with those diaphragms. I'm not going to change them. A little bit rough there, but I think that's more build-up than degrading. Yeah, it is. Just a little bit of material on there. I should maybe just be changing all the seals while I'm in about this. So that is that pump fully checked. One more to go of the 3. That one has a bit of an oil leak somewhere, so it might need to be something. I don't know if it's coming out actually of the reservoir at the top there, or if it's something more sinister, I don't know. We'll find out. We have one piece of my new sprayer and the second piece of my new sprayer. We've just split it apart. I've not really been filming a whole lot, but before we start using it, I just want to give it a full once over, just make sure I'm happy with everything. I'm going to paint quite a lot of bits on it. Hopefully start doing bits tomorrow. That's why I split it apart, to get quite a few bits on the base of the chassis there and just better access all round. Keith from CT Scott, the Forfar branch, he stopped by and dropped off some diaphragms for my pump and some for the Ramsey on the back that need done every 1,000 hours, so I'm just going to do them. I asked him whether he can take the body off with the booms unfolded, and he said, yeah, just be wary of the front end creeping up. So that's why the forklift is there, in case it was too heavy at the back. But it's fine. The boom's close enough to the rear legs that it's not a big enough moment to count the thing over. I wanted to keep these unfolded for better access in about there for spraying bits and all that. So I was showing him my pumps and he saw my Ugga Dugga gun there, to which he said, do not fasten up or release the heads of the diaphragms with the Ugga Dugga gun. I said, of course, what idiot would do that? Knowing full well, 5 minutes before he arrived, I was giving it hell with the Ugga Dugga gun. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I've not caused any damage, but anyway. Happy days. The boom has a tiny ounce of a kink in it right there. It's had a beam on it welded before. The print's pretty bleh, flaky and tarty and needing some attention. All that roosty nastiness, so we'll get rid of a lot of that. Get the wire wheel in there, strip it all back, get some acetone on it, then some primer and top coat and just tidy it up. The actual chassis of the machine here is not too bad. These mounts are a bit flaky and whatnot, but down here's all not bad. It's not needing much attention. It's fairly stout. That's where all your airlines and hydraulics connect. To take it off, it's just 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Disconnect all of those. One wiring loom that runs to those 2 ports. And one airline which is on the far side, and that was that it? I think that was it to disconnect. First time I've ever done it and it took an hour. Could probably do it in 40 minutes. Getting it lined up again might be a little bit trickier. I'm not going to film any of this because I just want to batter on with it and get loads of it done and maybe get it finished by the end of the weekend. I'll show you the bad bits and then I'll go around and show you once they're finished. Under the mudguards is lovely. There's decent steel under there, but it needs sealed up or else it'll just get worse and worse. I'll get in about all that. I've been spraying for a couple of days now, just bits and bobs. A couple of these outside panels, I've done the whole panel because it was going to look stupid with wee patches, especially on the outside. It still needs another coat. You can just see under there the rust converter, the dark patches, so another coat at least on there. It's a little bit mottled. I went a bit thicker over here and it's come out a bit better, so next coat I'll just put it on a bit thicker over that end. And then under the body I've just been doing patches because it's purely just to maintain the chassis rather than how it looks. But all this was all flaky and horrible looking. Well, I stripped back all the rust converter, primer, and then a top coat. Still need a bit more on there. The whole rear beam there was flaky and horrible looking, so stripped it all back, sprayed it, which has come out reasonably well. It's not fantastic. You can still see where paint's flaked and there's been rust patches there. I did this panel as well because it was just going to look daft with patches on it on the outside. It's not perfect by any means, but it's functional. It's slowing down the rust. It's prohibiting a lot of it. If I didn't do it now, it would never get done. Done a few bits on the boom. They weren't really needing too much, but the odd roosty. I still need to go around here again with another lick of paint. Oh, I'm bored of painting. I'm bored of this, but I'm pretty much done. All I need to do is put a second coat on that panel and the opposite panel on the other side. It's just, you can see it's a little bit, it's just drying at the moment. I don't think I've quite got enough paint on there to get a nice gloss finish. Like down here, I'd be happy with that everywhere, and it's heavier in paint there. But then when you come up, it's not too bad, but you can definitely see the sheen there. Like that's the window light in the shed, the reflection. Yeah, it's not much different actually. There's a wee kink there in the panel, you can see it, where the bolt pulls it down. There's a wee dry patch. It's not bad actually. This corner needs redone, it was all flaky. You can see the remnants of the pitting in the steel. Well, hopefully that won't be getting any worse. What I all did was wire wheeled all the big patches of rust, flaky paint, flaky steel, got all the crux of the material off. Then I gave everything a brush with this rust converter Genolite. What this does, it reacts with the oxides, rust is oxides, turns it into a thing called tannate, iron tannate, which is basically just an inert version of rust. It's more stable, it's not prone to breaking down and doing what rust does and falling to pieces. And then you can paint on top of that. And then I put 2 coats of zinc oxide primer, and then I put 2 coats of top coat, which is paint that was sitting in the front of the cab over there. Bateman red. I am no expert in painting. This sprayer is obviously now 8 years old actually, so the paint will have weathered and discoloured a little bit, and that's why the match in the paint is not perfect. So I've sprayed that a little bit there, just a little bit lighter than that, because that's faded in the UV in the sun, and chemistry has had a wee bit of a go at that. This frame all around here was pretty bad, especially in these bits here. That's all done. It is now, I don't know what time it is, but I think I am done. I've just resprayed that panel and the same on the other side because it was just looking awful. So frustrated because those 2 panels will be the ones that you see. It is time for some fat cattle to head to the abattoir. Okay, we have 11 beasts going away this morning. Some Anguses that are just a little bit chunky, a bit fat. They'll grade quite fat, unfortunately. You can see the carcasses actually killed out a little bit better than I thought. So carcasses are scored on the conformation, which is E to P, and there's pluses and minuses in there. And then the fat levels graded 1 to 5. And what you're looking for is carcasses that are E, U's and R's, and then fat levels 3 to kind of 4s. So I ended up with a couple animals that had 4 pluses, and they got deducted in pounds per kilos that we get paid. But the rest actually didn't kill out as badly as I thought they were going to be. They paid out all right. They didn't have huge weights on them. They're the kind of lower end, fatter Anguses I've got. They didn't have huge weights, but if I kept them another month, right, a bit more weight, but then I'd just start getting deductions because they were all going to end up with 4 pluses or even 5s fat wise. So I'd get deductions which would probably end up outweighing the weight gain. So get them away now. You've not got a cost of feeding them or looking after them, but they weren't as fat as I thought they were going to be. So Dad's taking the first load in. Beef price is taking a bit of a a tumble. These beasts are all going, you can see they're just quite fat. Big briskets, that big fatty bit there. General, all round, pretty plump looking things. So they have to go, that's a thick set thing, isn't it? We just weighed a full batch, there you go. So the average weight in that group is 658 kilos with a top end of 730 kilos and a bottom end of 544 kilos. An average weight gain of 1.9 kilos per day, which is good, but it's over a very short period. It's since the 9th and today's the 16th, so it's only a week. So it can be skewed quite drastically. That's all for load number 2. I'm just sorting around the beasts. I'm just in at Tipari. Just need to film a little bit of something for potentially something coming. Having a wee nosy round because Giles is currently busy for 5 minutes. Nice big Titan there. Titan's the air operated crushes. Taurus hydraulic, Lenta manual. I am a Lenta man.
You can go up here and just say, look guys, 10 crushes standing here, all available.
I thought they were all sold.
You don't have
Most
to
of them.
That.
I'm just round at Tipari right now because we've just been filming. You like being on camera, do you?
Absolutely love it.
He loves it. Just been filming a few bits for the grant scheme, which should be out now, Scottish grant scheme, which should cover pretty much all your equipment in different forms. We don't know the formal amounts yet, but if it's something you're interested in upgrading your handling system, sheep or cattle, the grants should be out now. Do a bit of research. You'll know a lot more by that time, so give them a phone, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Give Tipari a call, it'll be on government websites and all that stuff, but now's the chance to get a chunk of a discount if you're interested. He's your man, Giles. I'll put your phone number there.
Yeah, just whatever. No, if they're looking at improving the efficiency and productivity on the farm for their livestock, it's the way to go. We don't know if they're going to produce another scheme like this in the not so distant future, do we?
Yeah, well, in Scotland it's been that long in the waiting.
2020
England's been having loads and loads and loads of dosh.
Yeah.
Bandits. Yeah. Anyway, he's your man. Give him a call. I'll just let you load them up.
What?
Some new fleeces coming soon. I need to get a bit of embroidery done on them first, but they've just landed in a when did they come? A few days ago.
Yesterday.
Landed in a container from New Zealand. I've just nipped round to Tipari because there's good news. Scottish grants are out now, so a lot of these items that Tipari do fall under the grant scheme, so it's the best time to upgrade your system, get moving, have a look at the grants, get in contact with these guys at Tipari. The video you're watching right now is my 800th video, which is a bit nuts. By the time you're watching this, we should just about be at 40,000 subscribers. So cheers for watching, thanks for subscribing, and if you're not subscribed and you're watching, click subscribe, and on your way out, give the video a wee like. Cheerio!
Do you remember me? I used to sit next to you at school.